They called her worthless, a mistake, a shadow not worth remembering. Her kindness was mocked, her silence was misunderstood, and her dreams were crushed beneath cruel laughter. But what they didn't know was that storms don't break the ocean, they awaken it. And one day, her silence would roar. Welcome to Unseen Romance, where we uncover untold stories of heartbreak, power, and redemption. Stories that whisper truths most never dare to speak. If you're new here, subscribe now, because tonight you'll witness a transformation that will shatter pride and rewrite love's destiny. This is Sophia's story. Sophia's world was small, but full of light. Simple clothes, candlelit nights, long walks to school. She had little, but she carried something rare. A heart that loved without limits. When Adrian, the son of wealth and power, noticed her, it felt like a fairy tale. She gave him her honesty, her laughter, her trust. For a while it seemed enough, until his family noticed. At grand dinners, Sophia became invisible. At gatherings, whispers followed her like shadows. She has nothing, they sneered. They mocked her father's shop, her rough hands, even the accent in her voice. Sophia smiled through it, but her heart bled in silence. Adrian tried to protect her. He held her hand under the table, whispered promises in the dark. But promises are fragile. Pride is heavier than love. Slowly, his grip loosened. One night, under the glow of chandeliers that once blinded her with wonder, Adrian let her hand slip away. His family's cold eyes had won. Sophia's world shattered, but she didn't beg. She didn't scream. She walked away, and in her silence, she made a vow, not of revenge, but of transformation. A vow that one day, they would see her worth. The world tested Sophia. Each insult became fuel. Each tear, a fire. She studied harder than anyone, worked longer than anyone, and built herself piece by piece. The same hands mocked for calluses, now signed contracts. The same footsteps once laughed at, now echoed in boardrooms. But fate had a secret waiting for her. Her late grandmother's inheritance, long forgotten, almost erased. Land, businesses, shares. Suddenly, Sophia wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. But here's the twist. Wealth didn't harden her. It refined her. Where others would grow cruel, she grew graceful. She invested wisely, nurtured businesses, lifted others up, and slowly her name entered the circles that once spit her out. But inside, she carried something deeper. Not bitterness, not hatred, but the memory of laughter that once crushed her dreams. It haunted her, yet also pushed her forward. Because Sophia knew the day would come when she'd stand before them again. And on that day, she would no longer be the girl they dismissed. She would be the woman they could never reach. Years passed, and then destiny opened its doors. The mansion gates, once closed against her, now opened wide. Sophia walked in, not in borrowed clothes, not with lowered eyes, but in elegance that outshone the chandeliers themselves. Hee-haw froze. Whispers spread like wildfire. She's the heiress? They gasped. Faces that once smirked now burned with shame. Servants who once ignored her now bowed. And then Adrian saw her. His heart skipped. His lips trembled. His eyes widened at the woman before him. This wasn't the Sophia he abandoned. This was a queen. He stumbled forward, voice shaking, words pouring out. Confessions of love he never stopped feeling. Regrets sharper than knives. Begging, pleading, for forgiveness. The hall waited for her answer. But Sophia said nothing. Her silence was louder than any rejection. Because in that moment, everyone realized the truth. The girl they once called worthless had become priceless. Sophia stood tall. Her diamonds sparkled, but her dignity shone brighter. She turned, her calm voice cutting through the silence. I was never worthless. I only lacked the kind of wealth your eyes could see. But my worth was always priceless. The room froze. Adrian broke. Tears spilled as he fell to his knees. His family's heads dropped, faces pale with shame. But Sophia didn't stay. She turned her back to the mansion, to the wealth, to the wounds. And as she walked away, her heart carried something more valuable than jewels or fortune: self-respect, dignity, peace. Her journey was never about revenge. It was about rising above, and in that final step, Sophia proved a truth no one could deny. Real worth is not measured by gold. It is carved in strength, in grace, in resilience, and that truth is priceless. Thank you for watching Unseen Romance. Sophia's journey reminds us, true worth is never given, it is proven. If her story touched you, subscribe now, like and share your thoughts below. And stay tuned, because our next story reveals a betrayal so shocking, it will leave you questioning everything you know about love.